And with that, we are ready to go into our second game of today. Area 51 will face Hot Magicians on border. We'll start on the attack, and therefore our first attacking operator ban of today will come from Magicians, and will again be the Lion. I definitely remember Lion coming off of as our first operator ban last time. Glass was the second one. The second one this time will indeed be Montaigne. So a big mountain shield French brother will be missing, and maybe even Clash. Maybe Area 51 will go with 2 shield bans. They indeed will. Montaigne and Clash completely out of the game. So the shield 1v1 is not going to be happening at all. Now, for our last defensive operator ban, probably, well, it's the Pulse. Glad I wasn't able to say that sentence till the end. It's the Pulse coming out. No one will be able to stand downstairs. Try to see where your enemy is coming from. You really have to use your cameras, your drones for that. There's no pulsing going on right here. So, Armory Lockers Archives, our first defense for Hot Magicians mix with the Echo, Mira, Bandit, Jäger and Smoke. On the attack we are going to see a Thermite, Zephyr, Sledge, Jackal and someone who's undecided. That will be Ikuma, who will now switch to the Buck. No Twitch, it is Twitch again. So Twitch, Thermite, Zephyr, Sledge and Jackal on the attack. I don't know if you could hear that outside, but oh, that was certainly interesting. Like I said, Armory Lockers Archives, the site that is going to be attacked. And let's see how Area 51 is going to be able to do so. They bring out the Legion instead of the Bandit, which is interesting, considering you've got that big blocking wall in front of you that you can completely reinforce. Everyone knows what wall I'm talking about. But seeing that they definitely ditch the Bandit, I'm probably guessing Houdini might use one window right here where he just, yes, will open that wall up. So they will use one window here and try to see through that wall to see if anyone is going to come and attack. Thing is, look at Ikuma's drone right here. If he's jumping through, which he is going to do, he will find that first window. And if he takes that out, oh, goodbye window. That's just one strat completely broken. And we're not even in the action phase. And that just messes up everything. And Jinxed Owl will definitely see that, try and get that drone at least. So that's one of 2 Twitch drones completely gone. He will use his ADS systems to at least help himself against a few grenades. But that window is open, and that is not good news for him. He will definitely be seen if anyone is going to try and come through that. And they didn't want that to happen. Thing is, if you know you've got a Twitch in the enemy team, you don't really place your Mira windows that early on into the round. And you've seen why you don't or shouldn't do that right here. A perfect example of why you shouldn't. Well, for Hot Magicians, I don't know, maybe that's their attacking strategy or defensive strategy for Armory Lockers completely gone. Maybe they've got something around that. But at this point, I think it's best bet for Area 51 to try and attack the Armory Lockers. Houdini just staying there. Overlay? What's wrong with the overlay, Llama? Let me just quickly check this out. But did it drop down? No. Doesn't seem like anything went wrong. At least not on my end. Nope. So Houdini now trying to get a kill towards customs inspection, which he will not be able to do so. But Jinxed on the other side, immediately a double kill. And I've said that maybe they have a workaround with that window being gone, and we see that. Jinxed, if that window would be there, would have just been able to kill those 2 players if they came up a little bit more forward. And the way he's playing that now with that open window, he can just go that much more forward, see them as soon as they are rappelling in and get those 2 kills immediately. Poseidon getting the second one and bringing this all to a 2v5. Larry still staying alive, and this round is definitely not going good for Area 51. Don't know what they should have tried to do there, but trying to attack Jinxed Owl is definitely not the way to go. Jinxed will deal some more damage to Akuma. Come out then, get the next one against Larry. That's 3 kills. Akuma now in a 1v5. At least getting the first kill against Houdini, but he needs to run. His position is now completely known. It's 4 enemy players completely homing into Akuma's position. He's also been spotted with another camera. Poseidon will come around, find that last kill as the Echo, and bring this all to the 1-0 for Hot Magician's mix. And it's really not the best way to start this off for Area 51. They had such a strong attacking point in the beginning, just opening up that mirror window and trying to get the enemy team out a little bit further. They had the possibility to do so, but I mean, on the other hand, opening up a mirror window doesn't even have to be the best thing to do, because Jinxed Owl just completely showed us that you can still try and get your whole enemy team through one opened window, even though you didn't actually want that to be opened up. So now we are going to join in with a 1-0. On the defense ventilation workshop, we are going to see the mirror instead of Echo, Smoke, Mute Bandit, and Jäger. And I don't really like the mirror for Echo switch, cause I mean, it worked out last time, but if time is running thin, an Echo is going to give you so much more than a mirror, and probably even the round win. On the other hand, a mirror is going to be used in any situation in the round. Like, as soon as the round is started, you can definitely try and do something as mirror. Echo, on the other hand, yes, will also try and do stuff, but is just going to find any use at the end, or the best use at the end of the round. Meaning Poseidon now as mirror, trying to find a workaround of with that. Has he actually set up his windows? No, he hasn't. So he's definitely learned that he shouldn't place his windows directly in the beginning of the round. But on the other hand, it didn't really matter, did it? Because they still got the round win. So the mirror now getting a little bit further. You remember the last round? That wall was completely soft. Now there's a mirror on that wall. Akuma setting up his claymore, trying to see when he might come from ventilations. Larry already on his way into CCTV, but there's no one in CCTV for now. Jinxed trying to see if he can find anyone outside, and there is definitely going to be one player right now on the bus. He's going to come forward, and Jinxed is going to find that kill against Akuma. Bring it all down to a 4v5 immediately. Perfect first kill for him. Larry with 4 other players still staying alive. Is it a little bit moved on? I will have a look at that at the end of this round. But Larry staying alive for now, trying to see if he can find his enemy team, and he will! Killer will move forward, will be killed immediately. That headshot will go into the favor of Larry, who will now use his drone to maybe even see a second player, but there's still the mute gem around the corner. He needs to find that mute gem. He will at least find the ADS, now the mute gem, and now Will at least finds that drone. Jinxed with another kill against IXO. Cheesy being killed by Jinxed, and I don't know how he's done that, but he's found 3 kills in the last 2 rounds. And Jinxed at this point is just looking so strong, and now it's all down to Larry. Larry in a 1v3. And he is still staying alive. And I don't know how he's done that, but somehow, even if Jinxed isn't even in the main point of action, he is able to find sad kills, and that is just looking so strong. Area 51 now on their way in. Larry is the last player with his Twitch. Is on 25 HP, 5 HP, will be found by Poseidon, who will get the last kill and bring this all to a 2-0. Poseidon just seeing that drone, moving outside. He needs to find one shot, and he will. So let me just quickly look at the teams, no, they look alright for me, do they? I mean, I can try to bring them up a little bit, but no, that's actually how they are supposed to be. So, yeah, no, that's how they are supposed to be. I mean, I know what you're saying. They are a little bit over the operators, I think, but that's just how the overlay is designed. Which, I mean, the ESL and Go4 logo is also staying on top of the what is it called? The ammo count. You can still see the ammo count to the left, not to the right, but I don't know, not the possibly best placement for stuff, but I mean, it's a cramped window. They need to find a workaround for something, and you can still work with that overlay. Well, it's given to me by the ESL. I quite like it, I'd say. Still, what Area-51 is not liking is the 2-0. Hot Magicians already finding 2 rounds into this game, and well, 6 kills go to the account of Jinxed Owl, who's just, as both German defensive operators, Jäger and Bandit, doing so much work and finding 6 players in 2 rounds. And if he's keeping that, this will definitely be the win for Hot Magicians. And he just died once. He looks so strong going into this. So now our next defense will be Supply and Customs. Jinxed together with Houdini still playing this upstairs, which you, no, I mean in Armory, which you don't really see too often. Mostly you see players like Will Pusen who are playing this in CCTV. He's got Killer together with him, but Killer will change positions with Houdini, who will now set up another window to the outside. So Valpusen will now be able to see if anyone is coming through that main hallway. Thing is, Larry is already homing into break room. He's outside there with Deus. Both will change positions, try and see if they can find anyone else at some point, but they won't for now. Jinxed Owl right now still staying a little bit safer. Will not see anyone, but he's got the same window open towards Vehicle Customs. And he surely can't get a kill again with that same window. And that same old trick. Enemy players are not just quickly going in on South Balcony. That is going to be Larry. Killer X finding the first kill against IXO. Larry just slowly going in, cheesy, already opening up that first window, and he's on his way into Archives. Jinxed Owl definitely knows that, and he needs to be careful. There's 2 players just waiting for him there. Deus, the first one, finding that first kill against Jinxed Owl, bringing this all to a 4v4, and of course that's the main fragger in the last 2 rounds, gone for Hot Magicians. I'm still pretty sure that the rest of the team can do stuff, because there's still Killer X who's finding a second kill into the round and not even taking damage. Deus on the other side needs to be careful, because he's at this point getting pushed. It's a 3v4. They can't afford to bring this to a 2v4. Killer X now down 20 HP. There's some more concussion nades coming through. Killer finding the kill against Deus will be killed by Akuma. In the meantime, it's a 2v3. Poseidon still alive in security, hoping he can find anyone towards Armory Lockers. Houdini will find Akuma. Now it's all into Larry, who will be found by Poseidon. Poseidon with the last kill of the round, bringing this all to a 3-0. For Hot Magicians, who are just looking so strong at this point. Not even losing a round with too many players, or not even winning rounds with losing too many players, actually. But they also aren't losing a round. 4th round and it's a 3-0. Thing is, we've seen a 4-1 win in the last half by Avority, and Upsonic still got back. They were 4-1, down 1-4, and still got back up to a 7-6 win. So if Area-51 can do the same thing, not all hope is lost. Seeing that it's still a 3-0 and we're early on into this map, Area 51 still has the possibility to get behind their enemy team. The first half is still running and there's still 2 rounds. This might still be able to be brought up to a 2-3. Still Armory Lockers Archives again the next defense for Hot Magicians, and we haven't seen anyone actually going close to the site, which is impressive. Keeping your enemies completely off the site just shows that you are a force to be reckoned with. But that force can definitely be stopped. It's not an unstoppable force. It's just now Area 51's task to stop said force. Houdini setting up early into the round again. This time there's no Twitch on the other side, so we might as well do that. Jinxed Owl, as Jäger is still staying alive. Had 2 good rounds, seeing that he got 6 kills immediately in the beginning, but he's now staying, or the last round he was mostly dead. He was killed early on. I think the first or second kill for his enemy team. So yeah, wasn't able to do so much this time. And is also always trying to do the same thing over and over and over again. Opening up the same windows. It can't work too long. Like at some point someone is going to get behind that and trying to get the kill. Still Jinxed Owl with a little kill hole to try and see if anyone is coming from down below. Well, for now see no one. Akuma already on his way onto the side. Well, he's now grappled up there. He's got the opened hatch, or not hatch, the opened barricade, and could theoretically use the same hole to try and find a kill against Jinxed Owl. Will definitely deal some damage, but in the meantime Houdini with our first kill of the round, bring it all to a 4v5. Another player will be spotted by Poseidon. Poseidon definitely knows where he needs to be aiming at, but Larry will stay safe. Will definitely get out alive there. Yes, still with the diffuser in hands, but they haven't seen Poseidon. So Poseidon on the same position could definitely try to get a second kill. Will use his yokais to try and find any players jumping in, which for now is going to be no one. Akuma still on the C75. I mean, for most players, still not the best weapon to use. I like it, and I've seen many players who like it as well. So, Akuma playing on the ZZ or C75, however you want to look at it, might not be the worst idea. Still, Poseidon is alive, and he's still trying to find a kill to any one of those players crossing his sideline, and he's at least dealing some damage if I'm seeing that correctly. But those players are still staying alive, and it seems like they are playing with him, because they are crossing over his sideline over and over and over again. Still, he isn't able to find that necessary kill. Killer X now still alive in offices. Here 180S next to him will at least take care of one nade coming through. Still, Deus is going to plant his first exothermic charge. Will definitely blow that and try to get the kill against Killer X. While in the meantime, Akuma is at least able to get another kill with his C75. Killer X needs to be careful because the wall behind him is being opened up. He's at least finding that first frag. But Cheesy coming around, finding that kill and taking kill out. A 3v3. And somehow they are finally able to try and get on site. But Poseidon, still alive, still in CCTV, finding another kill. Deus already on site, could try and plant behind the bomb. But Akuma is coming through with this CZ in hand, finding 2 kills. And now it's all under Poseidon. And Akuma with this C75 in hands, just doing so much work. Poseidon a little too late with his yokai. Will not be able to stop that diffuser from being planted and needs to find the Doka AB first, but is going to run completely into Deus, is going to reload. Deus will find the kill and bring this all to a 2-1? 3-1? 3-1. So the worst thing that can happen now for Area 51 is a 4-1, which is still such a hard task to get behind, to try and bring back a 4-1 as a win for yourself. But it's possible. It is definitely a possible task to get behind. They just need to bring the... they could even try to get the 3-2. So they don't even have to get behind that task. they can still try and win or at least get the best out of this half. So Echo, Mira, Legion, Jäger and Smoke still in Armory Lockers Archives. 2KB, Thermite, Thatcher, Sledge and Buck on the attack. They want to win a second round. Question is if they are going to be able to do so. Because for now it's not looking too rosy for them. Jeezy moving over towards Ash. Sledge is going to be switched off. So now the attack.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs
It's a 3-1. It isn't the worst thing to start off for Area 51. They can definitely still win this. They could still win a 5-0. But with everyone around Hot Magicians is moving in the lead, it is definitely going to be a little bit harder. IXO at least seeing where the reinforcements are being set up will be taken up by Poseidon. So now they only have 2 drones left. One's by Ikuma, who's completely downstairs, and one by Deus, who's right now just going to vehicles entrance, trying to pick it up as soon as possible. Poseidon assuming the same position in CCTV. Will from there on try to at least get the same sideline, I am pretty sure, to try and find another kill. Thing is, that position is definitely known, and it didn't work out the last time, so why should it now? I mean, it isn't looking too good for him, but it could still work out on that position. If he can find the kills, that position is going to do wonders, but he needs to find those kills. Houdini still staying alive as Mira, opening up that soft wall so you can try and defend behind Killer. Killer still staying alive in offices, will not see anyone, and that is such an interesting position to take, to have 2 players defend each other. Jinx will see the first drone, will have an opened window right in front of him to try and see that first player. That is Ikuma. He's now trying to drone in. He's quickly changing up positions to try and at least get inside main hallway. A door's at least open up, so if he wants to, he could at least try to swiftly get into offices. So that is right now Larry, who still needs to find a workaround Killer X, who's staying alive, who still has 1 mirror window right in front of him, and some damage will be done toward Larry, who will walk completely into 1 Legion mine. So Killer, even if he didn't have 1 window right in front of him, still knows where his enemy is at. Somehow Larry is able to get through there safely. But there's a nade coming out, and Killer X completely injured on the ground. Still, Vil can try to pick him up. Will use 1 gas canister to make his way over there safely. And there's still Houdini, who's taking some damage, but at least can try to help his team out. Ikuma now down on the ground. Jinxed Owl from upstairs will not see anyone picking him up. But Larry will be killed by the gas on the smoke. And IXO, still alive from outside the balcony, just has to watch as his teammate falls to the ground. Some more damage done to Jeezy, and now it's a 2v5. Ikuma still staying alive, but Velpusen getting the next kill, and now it's all down to Ikuma in a 1v5. He's got a C75, but his C75 doesn't have so many shots in it. Logic bomb coming out, so at least he can hear where his enemy team is at. But he's got 20 seconds to go. He needs to find that diffuser, all 5 kills, but Jinxed Owl will find him. Bring this all to a 4-1. Hot Magicians will win the first half in a dominant fashion with a 3-round lead. And they are trying to bring this lead to the end, to the win. So for that win to go through, they just need to win 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds and they are bringing this to a 6-1. Compare that with Area 51, who still need to win 4 rounds to at least get an overtime. They need to get a flawless half to win this map in the second half without an overtime. It is hard to do. That is really hard to do. Bandit, Mira, Maestro, Valkyrie, Jäger, Buck, Thermite, Thatcher, Ash, and Sophia on the attack. The 5 announced operators before on the defense on Armory Lockers Archives. Poseidon switching off the Buck with his 6th pick. Onto... oh, it's going to be someone onto Capital. So the one-eyed Brazilian with smoke arrows and flaming darts. Now in the hands of our... what is it? The European team. I think... Northern team? Is it Northern? What's it called? Denmark and Sweden. You know what I mean. They are from there. Against our German team on Area 51, who for now have just been able to win one round, which is definitely exhausting for them, because that is a dominant fashion for Hot Magicians to win those rounds. But they can still get behind it, like I said. But Busen just dropping down with his drone. That is still staying alive. So let's just look how our defending team is going to try and defend this. We've got 4 players upstairs. GZ trying to see anyone coming towards offices. And Akuma still downstairs right now in bathrooms, going over to Tellus. Probably trying to hold off anyone coming from downstairs. Larry now upstairs in Armory. Will be able to see no one. First kill is going to go in for Poseidon. We'll find GZ. Get away, found them, but I think, yes, probably because he was trying to throw a camera, a black eye out there. So the Poseidon getting the first kill, but will be killed by Larry in the meantime. Larry using the same hole that Jinxed Owl used before. And that is just completely... oh, it just hurts to see, does it? Because he should have known that position, he definitely knows that position existed, and he should have known that position could be used. But him dying will change nothing. It's still a 4v4. Still again even ground. Houdini now on his way in as a player right behind. That's Deus right behind those mirror windows. That first C4 is going to be missed. Do nothing. The exothermic charge should already be set up. Houdini finding the click against Akuma. Well, for now, not blow his exothermic charge. I think, yeah, it definitely was killed before. Flashbangs coming in. Deus will be pushed in the meantime. Will he be pushed? No, he will not. The exothermic charge was picked up again. Will now be blown, and now he will be pushed. Deus on the ground. Larry finding another kill at least against Houdini, and this is now all a 2v3. Larry still staying alive behind bomb B. IXO still staying alive on bomb A. Vilpusen droning in as Sophia will at least find that first player. Larry needs to move because his position is now known. He can't be killed through the window, through the wall. Otherwise, it would be a 1v3. IXO finding the first kill against Vilpusen, bring this to a 2v2. It's looking a little bit better, but with Larry now pushing outside, Jinxed Owl will be able to find that kill and will bring IXO now in a 1v2 situation. Diffuser has been dropped, and IXO's position is completely known.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Still Moyestro, he still has 72 shots, but will be found by Jinxed Owl in the meantime, and he will bring this all to the... what is it? 5-1? 5-1. Finding the shot through the wall. Still a 5-1 Area 51. Still 4 rounds behind. And it's now a match point. Not even 1 match point for Hot Magicians, but 4 match points in a row. Even if they are unfortunate enough to win, to lose 3 rounds in a row, they are still sitting on a match point. Armory Lockers Archives again going out for our German team on Area 51. Dokebi, Thermite, Thatcher, Ash, and Buck on the attack. One in the dock, now on Akuma. And a Vigil going in for IXO. We haven't seen the dock before. I think even in our with our first match still in mind, we haven't seen the dock. So maybe somehow Area 51 is able to pull off a successful dock play and win 4 rounds in a row. Maybe the dock is just what they needed to win it all. Akuma is that player that needs to bring out a good dock play for them to still stay alive in it. Larry, IXO setting up. Won't be able to find anyone for now. IXO is still staying alive. Of course, the preparation phase. I should have known that. I definitely did know that, but
10 seconds left.
still. Wow. Yes, of course he's alive. It's the preparation phase, but he's still setting up. That's what I was supposed to say. 3 drones left alive for now attacking team, and Ikuma right behind a window that is completely blown out. Sidon on his way in, also playing Dirty AB with the C75. I am glad the C75 is getting back in play, because that is one of those weapons I really like to see. And I mean, he was playing Dirty AB the last time. Larry? No, it wasn't Larry. Whoever played Dirty AB the last time, might have been Larry. Really showed how much you can do with the C75. Just getting, I think, 3 kills in a round to really in really quick succession after each other. The C75 is a force to be reckoned with accurate shots and, well, knowing where your enemy is and, well, such a high rate of fire can do anything. Still, the Mira being killed by Poseidon first. He's got the right idea, aims at the right position. This day is completely out of the game immediately. And, well, if his team isn't able to win this next round, he is completely out of the game till the end. IXO trying to run out there will be found by Jinxed Owl, who's just sitting there hoping he will find one or see one mistake by his enemy team. And he will definitely see that mistake, even find the kill against Ikuma! Poseidon finding another kill, and now it's all down to Larry in a 1v5. And this round definitely isn't looking too good for Area-51. In a 1v5 with every one of those 6 alive staying players on 100 HP. Is for Larry, will need to get a headshot, will need to be a headshot fest for him to still be able to win this. He needs to find 5 headshots, otherwise I don't think he's got the chance to even win this. Claymore right in front of him, trying to jump over, but Killer will find that last kill. Bring round 7 into the hands of Hot Magicians, and with that we are going to sit in a 1-6. Hot Magicians winning the round against Area-51, and in just such a completely